Howdy folks, ton of news going on all over the place, and I'm gonna totally ignore it till the very end because I'm seeing some patterns. I'm seeing things that are going on from the past that translate right up to now, and I'm not sure how I'm going to entitle this story, but here goes. I think I'm going to start with the whole COVID thing, what it's done to the nation, and how it's separated us. I've experienced that in my own life, and friends that I used to pal around with quite a bit, it's like they're not friends anymore. And it's partly because they got the vax and I didn't. And I don't know what to think about this, or I didn't. Then I'm going to move forward to the whole George Floyd thing and all the riots, and watching all that happen, divide the nation. Seeing people that should have gotten imprisoned and never did. Seeing people who got put on trial and went to jail, and there was almost more riots when he was set free. I've seen an election that one side says it was a cheat and the other side says it never happened, and anybody that doesn't go along with what they got to say is somehow a traitor. And then I see the January 6th quote-unquote riots. I didn't see any riots. Now that it's all over and done with, and those January 6 folks have all been set free, pardoned, or whatever, all the evidence has been destroyed. All the physical evidence about what really happened on that day is gone. Destroyed by the people who wanted to condemn those J6ers. I would surely love to see President Trump and his team find a way to expose what really did happen. Because I got a funny feeling heads will roll. Here's the similarity between all these things. It's all about separation. It's all about division. And what the place I'm going to as a Christian is, what does God have to do with all this? And how does God, the God of the Bible, respond to all this? And I think of the man who was shot at, wounded in the ear, who decried the kind of things that I agree with. And it helps me to resolve that conflict. he was preserved for a reason. Now, I know this is all old news, but the thing I want to tie this to is what we as Christians know as spiritual warfare. And I think there's probably as many different ways to define that as there are people. But the core consensus is they seek what is right before the Lord. And the other side does not. Now here's part of the story I want to get to before I get to the end of it. When Trump was elected in 2016, I came on board because of a statement that he made to Hillary Clinton in one of their debates. He said, if I were president, you would be in jail. And I had given up on the country at that point. Not going to go into all that tonight, but I had lost hope. And I was preparing myself to die. And when he said those words, I said, well, she belongs in jail. And there he is saying it. So I thought, I'm going to listen to what this fellow's got to say. And I liked every bit of it. And I got some friends, and a lot of folks that I know that don't like his mannerisms, they don't like his past. But my view on that was, this guy's just as human as I am. Because I got history of my own. And he wasn't ashamed of it, but he didn't act proud of it either. It takes some humility to be able to do that, in my estimation. So I supported him. Watched all that happened during his first term as President of the United States of America. Watched the Mueller report. Watched 2 trials to impeach him. Watched the whole January 6th thing. And just so you know, all them folks that went to jail, in my opinion, are heroes. But until the actual evidence of what happened on that day is brought to light, we will never know. But that's my view. And so the election came and went in 2020. And I think it was a cheat. I think they stole it from me. But I think there was a reason for it. Because here he is, 2025. And man, oh man, has that guy learned a lot, prepared for battle. Yep. It's amazing to see. And I'm watching it, like so many others out there. Here's a question I have to ask one more time. What hand does God have in it? I remember when COVID first came up here local, I got involved in the hospital and the nurses union. There was a vote to either bring the union in or not, and I got on the other side of it. And I was a dyed-in-the-wool Union Democrat for over 20 years. But I walked away from that. I won't get into that today either. So I tried to help them folks. Got to know some of them. Got to know how much they were against the vax and the whole mask mandate. And I told them what I knew. America's Online Doctors. What an organization. Look it up if you're interested. If anybody can find a cure for what's been going on with COVID, it's them. So maybe there's hope for all the folks that are sick and dying. Some of them my friends, people I know, who were deceived by a medical infrastructure that didn't care about them at all, in my view. I think I might entitle this one Separation. Because today, there's still them folks out there that are pushing this liberal line that all the conservative pundits have to do is just tell the truth and expose them for what they are. Because that's what won Donald Trump the 2024 election. He just had to expose the truth. And people believed it because the evidence is there. In spite of all the deceptions and the lies and the half-truths of the other side. And we keep doing it. And they keep getting smaller because more and more people walk away from them. I don't know where I'm going to go with this channel, but I do know that if there is a God-ordained person today that is doing God's will in spite of all his foibles and all his flaws, it is Donald John Trump. And I'm going to say one last thing. I've been listening to his son, Barron Trump, sing gospel music. You don't learn that. You don't value that. You don't have that in a vacuum. And I would like to leave that with those folks of you who still are conservative, but you don't trust Donald Trump. Well, there's a bit of that in me. And I'll get into that in another video as well. But for right now, I see a servant of God, as human as any one of us, who is doing what I think God would want to be done for this nation on this day. And until otherwise proven, I will support him because I agree with him. And that's the video for the day. Have a good day, and God bless you.